Hi, just a quick update on the couple of indicators that we've added to the stable to help you with your trading, preferably for swing trading, but you could also be using them for scalping. So here I have the irregular liquidity, which we've had up for a while. It looks back over 15 periods or 3 weeks of data just to iron out the different days of the week. Uh, it is a good scalping tool, but if I was going to be scalping, a lot of the time I would be uh, trading it at the same time that I was trading something like the time lag liquidity down below. The time lag liquidity and scalping is obviously easier, whichever instrument you use, but it is easier in the indexes and not so much in the futures or in individual stocks. Now, just a quick, I'll just delete that one. Just a quick look at the new, some of the new indicators that have come up. So the first new indicator, which was put up about 10 days ago, is the irregular liquidity multi-time frame. And so what this does is it puts up several time frames that you can adjust, but we've got it set to the best time frames here in inputs. You can change it if you went out wide. You can change it to days a week. It is better in these low inputs. It's really built for swing trading. And so you can see some obvious things here. It shows you how liquidity washes through. We can see here that although it looks like that we've got quite a good bottom here, we can see that there's not a great deal happening. And as we've come into this close here, we can see the liquidity squeezing up, and we can see it also washing through. So here we've got it washing through, and we're going to have a down day. And here again, we can see this liquidity has been carried through, even though it's washed out. We can see that as it's come into the close, we've opened up a little bit and then we've closed down. Again, we had the similar instance here on Wednesday going into Thursday's trade. This one bit me quite hard. I had a sold put down at 302, which was very expensive in the size I went in. Obviously, flying a little bit blind the close on Wednesday, and it cost me all of last week's alpha. Anyway, you live and you learn. These indicators are very good to use, and they're very good to use in cahoots with other indicators that might help you, and that is the latest one that we've produced. This is a nice one. This here is showing you that we've had a bit of a buy into the close. Let's see where that goes. There has been a lot of buying, which we could have seen in a lower time frame. There was a lot of buying into the afternoon. Just to help that, we've added in this new indicator, which is going to go live today, which is the irregular liquidity groups multi-time frame. Now, during any trading day, depending what your trading instrument is, if you're trading within the indexes, the couple of main indexes, this is my go-to because it is driving a lot of the deltas being laid off and a lot of the volatility. So this is the mags, and so we can see in the mags here that we've had quite a lot of buying, and that's been during earnings during the week, even though we did have some steady periods of dropping down. This is obviously coin is driven both by the BTC market, its correlation to the BTC market, and to the indexes. It's like an outsized NASDAQ to me when I see it. It follows the NASDAQ very well, and it outperforms. You don't need to have quite as much size to get the same sort of results as you would be getting from holding a position in the Qs. So here the Qs are driven by the mag. So we can see here that we've had above the line a lot of selling, which has deteriorated, and we haven't had a lot below the line of buying. So even though we did have some buying into the closing coin, we didn't see it as well in the mag. Now in the after hours, we could go and have a look and see what carried through in the after hours. We have a little bit of drift up in the after hours and a little bit of cementing of some options positions in the irregular liquidity 4 coin. And then let's have a look what's we've got. We've had quite a steady sell that we did see into the close in the mags, and be interesting to see how that washes out at the end of the day. It's quite sizable. If we had a look at it in a bigger size, we'll see whether it was as large. But you can see this is guiding you and helping you with your positions here, and it's because you've got the added benefit of seeing what's going to happen in the mags, and so it really, you can see that the mags have a very similar high correlation coefficient to the coin. So we can see here we've had a little buy in coin. Here it is in coin. Then we've had a steady flat period, which has been the same, and then we've had the buy, and that buy has really got going, and it's been outside and exaggerated. I would think that that is the sort of period that we're going to come into soon. I don't think it's just going to switch so quickly here, even though the open interest has shown us that it is changing reasonably quickly. So if you close down, this will take a couple of hours, but it'll be open. It'll be running before open Friday this morning. If you close down your trading view and reopen, you'll have the full suite of this edition of the irregular liquidity groups, and it's very helpful for when you're trading Bitcoin or something like that. The Bitcoin, if we picked up a specific instance here, I've just got Binance. Different groups of indicators are used by different houses for trading off. It's really nice to put them all together and see generally what the trading is doing. And we can see that Bitcoin's up quite a lot here, and we can see that during the last few hours of Wednesday night and into Thursday, it was generally selling. We've had a couple of good bouts of buying since then. Let's see how that travels. Quite difficult to see in so close. Was it a bottom? Is it a pretend bottom? Not quite certain yet, but we can see that we really dropped into some liquidity there. Let's see how that travels through. Anyway, I hope that these new trading indicators really help you making your decisions, as well as our other data, our open interest data, and our daily updates. Anyway, have a good end to the week's trading. I hope it was better than my week's trading, and I look forward to speaking to you.